What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Box Office Banner. As you can see, it's just me and Tyler here today right now. Brandon may join us a little bit later. But today we're reviewing the movie Nobody.
Yeah, 2021 movie Nobody, starring Bob Odenkirk.
Which I absolutely love.
Dude,
Is that what you were about to say?
Yeah, dude, I love Bob Odenkirk
I knew you were going to love him because of Breaking
Bad and Better Call Saul. I started it a long time ago and stopped, but apparently it's amazing now. It's like the most watched video on most watched show on Netflix right now. It's beat out Stranger Things, which blows my mind. That's just, yeah.
I couldn't get into it, but let's get into this review of Nobody. This was my first watch of it. I had not seen it. I kind of knew the premise of it, which it's a John Wick.
It's like a John Wick movie, but it's not on steroids like John Wick is. This is one of the movies where something happens to a regular guy, and you don't know it, but that regular guy has a particular set of skills to get revenge. It starts off with them with these two young people. They break into the house and they're trying to find some, something worthwhile. And Bob Odenkirk, he basically lets them do what they want. And his son is even. He took one of them down.
Jumped off the steps. Like
he took one down,
up.
and he's like, just let him go. And before all this, like he's having like some problems with his
wife,
with his marriage. Yeah. And it shows him just doing the same thing repeatedly every day.
Very
He's just got
mundane life.
Yeah.
That they show, and then one thing I do like about this movie is how they unveil the character development of Bob Odenkirk, I guess.
Oh, yeah. It was
because
great.
At the very beginning, you really are just believing he is that normal, everyday guy, but then it kind of peels back that he does have this set of skills that you alluded to.
I still don't know exactly what type of skills you would call it, but he can basically do about anything.
He's kind of like a hitman, almost.
Well, dude, what gets me is after the night of the people breaking in, robbing him, taking some stuff, his neighbor is like, man, I wish they would have broke into my house. I needed the exercise. Like they say shit like that, and he's just like, all right.
Kind of like poking the bear.
Yeah.
In a sense, almost.
One thing you don't want to do.
Which at the time, this goes into that character development, and you're like, oh, wow, like he didn't want to fight them. Like he was scared. He couldn't. Because he had a clear shot with that golf club at that girl's head.
Yeah.
And you don't know it yet, like what he saw in that moment towards the beginning of the movie, but like he had a reason for not hitting her.
He was basically watching them very closely and figuring out, oh, she has a tattoo. Oh, you even found out the gun wasn't even loaded.
That's why he didn't hit the girl. He realized there was no reason, and they really weren't there to harm anybody. The gun was just for show, so that they could rob him. And again, deeper into the movie, you figure out why they robbed him. Like they had the baby who had like medical conditions, so they were like, they were robbing someone for a good reason, if that's such a thing.
Yeah, I totally get it. And then when I like when Bob Odenkirk, he sees a tattoo and he goes into all these tattoo places asking for it. Oh, what? Before that, he comes home and his daughter's like, dude, they wouldn't have taken my kitty cat bracelet. And that's when Bob Odenkirk's like, all right, you took it too far. This is my daughter.
That's what like made him snap or whatever.
Yeah, he was like,
seek revenge, a kitty cat.
So he went out looking for the tattoo, and then he went in this one like underground tattoo place, and before all that.
Before again, Tyler.
Dude, I'm sorry I get ahead of myself because I love this movie. I love his dad. His dad, he goes in there. His dad's like a war veteran and all that stuff. crazy.
Which I love the character development of him. We'll get into that later. But go ahead.
He goes in there and he gets some money, a gun, and he's like, I gotta go take care of something. And his dad's like, well, you better get on, or you better go take care of it then. So now he goes to the tattoo places, and he flashes that.
Well, before that,
no. I was like, what am I missing here? He flashes the money and like, I need to know who. Show me the way.
The person that got this tattoo.
Yeah. And they're all like, he flashes his FBI badge, and they're like, that's about 20 years outdated.
Straight called him out.
And then he was like, there's 3 people that would flash cash. Someone showing off, someone, I know one of them was someone hoping you would try to take it, and the other is, I forgot the third reason.
I don't remember, but I did really like that.
But at that point, he's like showing it to everybody in there, and one of the guys sees the tattoo he has. It's a 2 cars, a 2 and a 7, which apparently I don't know exactly what it means.
That was it had to have been something where he was trained, or it's like only that underground club type thing.
Yeah, so that dude like got out of there and was like,
this dude means business.
Yeah, and then he finds out. That's when he finds out who has the tattoo. He goes to their house, and it's just this little family. And he breaks in, and he pistol whips the one guy and asks for the kitty cat bracelet. But they're like, we don't know.
Because they obviously didn't intentionally take that bracelet. It was just in that bowl.
They took
money.
everything with the bowl.
They literally were like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, which has to be absolutely fucking terrifying.
Oh, for sure.
To have like a gun at your head and like literally don't know what they're talking about. You're like, oh my God, like I'm about to die over a kitty cat bracelet.
And then that's when he sees that they have a baby with a medical condition, and he leaves. And when he leaves, he's just so pissed off at what he did. And just starts punching the fuck out of a wall.
Super smart move.
Yeah, always
You're going to win that fight.
And then he gets on the bus.
So this is my favorite scene.
Dude, mine too.
Of the movie.
The best scene is the bus fight scene.
God. And like the way it leads into it, because like the car drives up beside him, and at first I thought this was like the family coming, like hunting him down again. I was like, wait, why would they do that? I was like, they wouldn't be chasing after him.
It's pretty stupid.
Yeah, very stupid. And then the car wrecks or whatever, he sees it's a bunch of drunk guys, and he's just like sitting at the back like, please get on this bus.
Yeah, he wants
Please get on this bus, because he wanted that.
He's ready to show off his skills at this point. And they get on the bus, and they single out this one attractive young girl, and at that point he pushes the bus driver outside the bus, and just mayhem ensues.
And
it was
pretty glorious.
I loved how he walks to the front of the bus, he takes out the gun, he just drops all the bullets on the floor, and they just laugh at him like, what is this psycho?
This dude's
man?
crazy.
What is he gonna do to 5 of us? And he beats the fuck out of 5 of them.
Something else I love is he's not invincible. Like, he takes an ass beating.
Oh yeah,
himself.
He gets stabbed, he gets punched in the face multiple times, he gets thrown out of the bus,
window,
and comes back in all cocky. But the ass kicking,
it's so weird being over here.
But the ass kicking he puts on is spectacular,
glorious.
But
I love
scene's dope as fuck. By the way, I agree.
Towards the end, where the dude's laying there and he like slits his throat.
Oh yes, just so he can breathe.
Puts a straw like, oh my God.
Fun
and
fact.
that's when you know he doesn't just know like how to fight. He knows how to like save himself or other people if they're about to die. And he didn't want to kill anybody. He just wanted to fuck them up.
No. Fun fact that might not be so fun for you all because y'all don't really give a shit about this type of shit, but maybe for someone else that's watching, one of the guys he beats up is Elaine Moosey, who is somebody I'm campaigning for to play the new Johnny Cage. So it was kind of cool to see him in the fucking movie. He's like in Van Damme's new Kickboxer movies. He's playing Van Damme's old character. And now Van Damme's like the trainer. Yeah, so it was kind of cool seeing him in there. Like I remember watching, I'm like, is that fucking Elaine? I'm like, that's fucking Elaine Moosey. And then of course I'm watching, I'm like, fucking Odenkirk's kicking the shit out. I'm just like, fuck this right now. Scene overall is still really good though.
And I'm kind of a little hazy on what happens next. Oh, he goes back home to his wife, and that's when he's like, they have that talk about, we haven't done this in so long. We haven't done this, and we haven't done all that.
Very estranged relationship. Which was his wife like a mayor or something like that?
I'm not sure.
Was it her face that was on like the billboard or the park bench or something? Like she was running a campaign.
I must have missed that.
I could tell
that
you,
sounds.
honestly.
That sounds like it could.
She
be
seemed
possible.
like, because they had a nice house, they had like a nice life financially. And
Yeah.
he wasn't bringing in that money. I think she might have been like a politician or something.
Political figure.
I don't know. I could have just been.
That's
making
Elaine
shit up.
Moosey. That guy. He's getting fucked up right there. That would totally kick his ass. I'd just like harp on that. It's the only thing I can contribute. I'm like, this is bullshit. This is where the movie lost me. It's like, that was our favorite scene.
Another thing I really like is he goes into his work office and he gets on like the radio, and he has a friend who apparently has the same set of skills that he has, that they, went through whatever they had to go through together. And he's like, don't do what I think you're going to do. I know, but he does it. He goes out there and whoops ass. And then the 5 guys are in the hospital, and that's when is it the
Russian guy?
the Russian head badass. It's like his nephew or son or something. And that's when he finds out more about Bob Odenkirk's character.
I found that scene kind of funny because the Russian mob head or whatever was like, what happened? And he's like, one guy beat us up. And he's like, don't fucking lie.
Yeah.
One guy beat all of you up. And he like picks a chair up or whatever.
Almost
Starts
like
beating him while he's in the fucking hospital.
almost like this ain't a movie, even though it is a movie.
Yeah.
One guy ain't kicking
One
everybody's
guy?
ass. Dude, did y'all like know like what Odenkirk's character in the movie like was, like that he was gonna turn into this? Because like I honestly, as odd as that was, even though it was presented in the trailer when I was watching this for the first time, actually only time, I really didn't know necessarily that he was gonna turn into this guy. Like I knew he had to in some way, but I didn't know if he like knew. Like I really, like you were saying, because I overheard you, like in the dark, like even though I seen the trailer, I didn't know how that was gonna come about. I didn't know if he's gonna like get bossed around, then he was gonna take some training or something. I was not necessarily prepared for him to just be that badass.
I knew he was gonna be a badass. I didn't know he was gonna have like special military or whatever training.
I was completely in the dark on it, and I thought he was literally a nobody the whole movie, like without training, and was somehow
like he's
gonna
thrown
kill
into
everybody.
it. Yeah, I thought maybe that could happen, or maybe he was just like, I'm tired of being a nobody, and he got some like Kill Bill type fucking training, and then he just starts whooping people's ass. Like he turns into a somebody through that. I didn't realize necessarily that he was already a somebody, and that was the disguise of the movie. I wasn't sure. So that was kind of cool to watch that unfold.
Yeah, I was in the same boat as you, Brandon.
And then at one point, doesn't he get put in a car trunk? In the car wreck?
Because they,
I remember
someone
the car
does
wreck.
shock him with something, and they throw him in the trunk. Fuck, I wish.
And that's
I
when
need to always watch the movies later in the week. I always watch them early.
Well, this
And
is
by the
what
time it's
sucks.
Friday-
Normally, I've seen the movie and I can just chime in right here, but like I haven't seen it since that first time.
I just remember
this
car
is normally
wreck.
my cue. I'm like, yeah, it was this and this happened.
He pulled the little lever to open the trunk.
I don't even
from the
remember him in it.
inside.
Yeah, he
now
makes
you're
it to
bringing
the
it
back
back a little
seat,
bit to me
I think,
now.
and then causes the
Yeah, I remember that.
wreck. And it was a gnarly wreck, and he walks out of it. And then I think he sets up a meeting with the head guy to
But
like
you've only heard his voice.
try and settle things.
Oh, you're talking about the Russian guy.
Yeah, he tries
Yes.
to settle the things, and Bob Odenkirk's like, no, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Y'all talked about Christopher Lloyd yet?
Yeah, at the beginning of
I
this,
thought I
was
might have
like,
heard
I
y'all
love
saying
his
that. Yeah,
character.
yeah,
His
he's
character
fucking
development,
amazing,
too.
dude. Yeah, like this dude's a bad motherfucker too.
Do you just want to
Great
jump
Scott.
right to like the climax?
Sure.
That's up to
Man,
y'all,
he
I'm just kind of
him and his
Take that
dad,
NFL for a change on this
and
one.
the guy the faceless black man.
The what?
The faceless
I know
black
what he's
man.
talking about, but I don't know why that was funny.
Yeah,
You gotta abbreviate it, dude.
He
The
doesn't have a
FBM.
face. The guy he's been talking to on the radio,
phone,
who's
which
his
you
friend.
finally see him, and he's black.
Yeah, you can tell by the voice. You can tell by the voice.
I'm good at
I
that
don't know.
type
Have
of
you
shit.
ever talked to Brandon on the phone?
Do I
Yeah.
sound black? Nah, dude, like that's like fucking Jar Jar Binks in Star Wars, dude. I had no idea, but I was like, for some weird reason, even though he sounds like that, I can tell he's black. And Remy was like, "There's no way." And then we looked it up. I'm like, "Black guy, told you." I'm good at that stuff, bro. Continue.
Well, Bob Odenkirk, the place where he works, he turns out and he wants to buy it, so he buys it off of him
With the gold.
with the gold.
He's a Jar Jar
Dude, what a
Binks.
boss move!
It's on
And
my fucking head.
So now it's his like little warehouse, and they start setting it up like booby traps and all this stuff because they know the Russian and all his minions.
Deep.
Yeah. So Bob Odenkirk, Christopher Lloyd, and I can't think
Faceless
of
black man.
the faceless black man.
FBM, like Brandon said.
They load up on
FBM,
their
it's more polite.
artillery, and they go into the warehouse. And then as soon as like they get there, that's when all the Russians get there, and there's a bunch
There's
of
a
them.
shit ton of them.
So,
They just
like-
keep fucking coming.
Dude, for real.
In
That's something I do
waves.
remember. It was like a fucking
I was like,
infantry.
Jesus, is
There
it
was-
gonna end?
There were so many great kills in that one.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say like they
Why don't
get,
you want to say it?
well, eventually they run out of.
Was this another black
ammo.
guy thing? No.
Eventually, that's what I'm saying. That eventually, I'm just catapulting here. Eventually, they run out of ammo, and Bob Odenkirk comes up with this wonderful plan with a bomb. He grabs like this plexiglass or something that's, I don't know what type of glass it is, but it's very strong, and it's after all the Russians are dead except the main one. And Bob Odenkirk puts the bomb on front of the glass or whatever, and then runs at him, and it triggers, and it just blasts that dude, and it blasts him back.
Yeah.
I don't
love
know
those
how.
kind of touches.
The like close up they did of the Russian dude. Like
Oh,
the
his
damage,
face, dude. Yeah.
like gnarly. But yeah, like something I alluded to earlier was the character development of his dad in the movie, which I love because a normal movie, the dad would be almost like an old man like that would kind of be towards like a hostage or something, like not very helpful. And it turns out he's a total fucking badass.
Yeah,
like,
still got it.
Slinging the shotguns when the two guys come in there to kill him or whatever, and he's got like the guns under the cover or whatever. Kills one, and then the guy downstairs hears the gunshot and like comes up to his room, and he's got the other dude. He's already shot, I believe, but like hand over his mouth so he can't hear him. And the guy's like, "Turn that down, like the TV down," like thinking it was just the TV that made the gunshot. And then,
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
savage.
Christopher Lloyd, baby.
He's like Uncle Dobey on fucking Hard Target.
And then it ends the same way as the movie like started. He's in a police interrogation room, and they're like, "Who are
yeah,
you?"
the-
And he's like all
Tarantino
beat to
did.
shit. He's got a
The
cat.
cat, which his daughter said she wanted a cat. He had like a can of tuna.
And he's just like, "I'm nobody."
But also another little callback we didn't mention was at the beginning how you were saying how his neighbor kind of was poking fun at him.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I wish you would have broken my house.
Oh yeah.
His wife's brother like gave him a gun and was like, "You gotta like defend my sister or whatever." And he put that gun in the fridge, like or the freezer in like a box. And he ended up pulling that gun out during the whole fight with like all the Russians. So I like that 360, which you knew it was gonna come back to that. But
Just waiting for wind.
This movie, I mean, it's not something that's like spectacular. It's not on like John Wick level
No, it
with
sucks.
action, but it is a fun movie, man. It was in my top 50.
was it?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I don't remember that either.
yeah.
Just kidding. It was number 47.
No, it was like
I'm just
15.
playing. Are you serious?
Yeah, I think
I
got
didn't
it.
remember that. We still got to release the
Is
final
that
top
high up?
10.
Oh yeah. He's like, thing it wasn't in your top 10. Did you delete it?
Oh, I've already fucked that up. Like the first couple weeks after that, and I was like, since the top 50s are revealed, I can say that this is in my top. And I'm just like, wait a minute, that's right. We saved the 10.
Where is it at?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, don't pay attention.
Christ, I'm about to hurt your feelings, dude.
15.
That's fine, man. This.
Yeah, how many times you've hurt my feelings with these Van Damme flicks, bro?
I'm gonna raise my score so it doesn't hurt.
You might be shocked at my rating.
Oh, it's your 15th.
Yeah,
I know,
sure
but
I
it's
know.
like
8.5.
I'm such a hard critic.
I'd be like, how's that 15?
Well,
It's like, well, my 17 is
it's one of the
6.6.
movies where you don't want to rewatch it like every 3-6 months.
I think I
You
say
just wanna
3-6
watch it.
Mafia. For some reason, every 3-6 Mafia. 3-6 months.
I'm just a sucker for these
Bob
types of
Odenkirk.
movies, for Bob Odenkirk, and
John
these types of movies where
What if him and John Wick teamed up?
I think they like talked
Nobody
about that.
Wick.
I mean, it's the writer of John Wick.
Wick nobody.
Wick body. All right, we ready for some scores?
Yeah, I
Yes.
guess.
Brandon, you want to go first?
Sure. Go ahead. Nah. This movie is a solid, fun fucking movie. It's good. It's above your normal action movies that released today. I will give it that. Is it great? I want to say it's great. It's one of those tough movies that's like on the doorstep when I watched it. I had a 7.9, and I'm obviously going to stick with that. It's just like there's something just a smidge missing, keeping it from being just like, this is amazing. I wasn't on it like other people, but I still really, really, really highly enjoy it and almost love it. Solid-ass flick for what it is.
I'll go. Let you
That's fine.
go last. Like I said, this was my first watch.
I'm interested to hear
The
this.
first 3/4 of the movie, it's entertaining. It's okay. I just felt the movie was kind of like discombobulated. It wasn't
Streamlined
meshing together perfectly for me, and that really hurt me watching it. It was still entertaining. Was still enjoying it. I would say I was at like a 6.8, 6.9 going into the last 30 minutes, that final act, and that final act knocked it out.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
fucking park.
Same.
I was like, holy shit! Like I would watch that first 3/4 of the movie just to get to that ending scene. So that raised my score tremendously. So it bumped it up from like a 6.9. I'm gonna be at like a 7.7.
I think
So you're
6.9
about on
to
par
a
with me
7.
then. I didn't always happen.
Like a 7.7.
That's kind of what happened to me, honestly. Because watching it, I was like, this is like a solid 7. People are overrating this. But like after the ending, and then like, it's like even then I felt like it was lower than a 7.9. But once I stepped away from it and really thought about it, I was like, how fun it was. I was like, man, I feel like I gotta give this the benefit of the doubt, but not quite the benefit of the doubt of like an 8.
It's
Just
very-
right on the doorstep.
Very fun movie, and like you were saying, don't go into it overthinking it or looking for complex themes.
Yeah,
or
just
anything
enjoy
like that.
it. Just
if you just have
enjoy
fun with
the-
it, I think that's what it's intended.
It's
See,
about as top notch as good
right.
can get without being.
I
great.
was so
interested.
excited. I was so excited for this movie
Oh,
when
shit,
I
you
first
did the
heard
Lincoln Hawk.
it was going to come out. Apparently, there might be a sequel. Again, I love Bob Odenkirk with a passion, and these types of movies, they just hit me different than other, types of movies like these.
Yeah, it's true.
You not know your rating?
I do.
Oh, you're just thinking about it.
It
right
do
now.
be the facts though.
I
what you
won't
mean,
give
bro.
I am gonna give it, since it is in my top 15. I'll give it a 9.2.
Say it with your chest.
At 15, dang.
There are some other movies like Top Gun is under this one, and it was like a
Higher.
9.6.
How does that work?
It would, I
You
just
gotta redo his
yeah.
rating.
Yeah, we're gonna redo our list actually, so we're not even gonna release that final top 10.
Well,
'cause
damn,
we
dude,
lied
Top
to you.
Gun came out like 2 years after this, so
But no, Top Gun came out like in like late '80s, right? Or no?
Maverick.
I know, I'm fucking with you. I know what you mean, but since you weren't specific, I had to.
So yeah, I'll stick with that. I still love
Does
this
anyone know
movie, and I'll
Rodney's
always go.
rating? We should ask.
I think he gave it a 4.6.
He loves it.
I know,
I
he
know
loves
that.
it.
I
I'd
know.
Give him a
Yeah,
call
me
real
too.
quick.
All right. He might be getting ready for bed. Who knows?
Yeah, working those
Getting
12
ready
hours
for
shifts.
bed. 5:30. It's been a long day. I'm gonna hang it up.
Well, dude, he's working
12.
4 in the morning.
Yeah.
4:30.
What a bitch.
Making that money. He probably won't answer.
Come on, Rodney. We just need to know your score.
Rat-a-tat-tooey. He's gonna be
He's
like,
already in
what?
bed.
I'm fucking sleeping, bro.
Well,
I'm sorry to press it.
Well, damn, there he was.
He gave it a 8.4.
some pretty solid ratings across the board.
I mean, it's just a fun movie.
It is.
It's nothing crazy, but it's
yeah,
it's
if
very
you're easily
entertaining.
entertained, that is.
Yeah.
all right.
Very
Anything else?
enjoyable.
No,
Wrap
dude.
this up.
I hope they make a
Sequel?
sequel, and I hope
I'd watch it.
maybe John Wick. Maybe he appears in a John Wick movie. I don't know.
I don't know about all that, but peace. We love you.